Hi guys, I'm Melissa and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an awesome day so far. Thank you for being here with me. Today we're going to be talking all about self-confidence and some things that you might not even be aware that you're doing that can actually destroy your self-confidence and completely diminish your self-esteem. And I'm going to share with you not only what these things are, but also how you can counteract them and boost your confidence way up so that you're feeling great and you can go out there and live your best life and achieve all of your highest goals. So the first one is obsessing over your perceived flaws. Now, why I say perceived flaws is I actually don't believe in the word flaws. I don't use the word flaw very often, and I think it's kind of a marketing word that, companies want you to believe that you have flaws so that you can buy products to counteract them. But I think that just the idea of a flaw is a perception, because what is a flaw to one person can be considered a beautiful attribute to someone else. So when I say obsessing over perceived flaws, I mean looking in the mirror and thinking that there's something wrong with you and putting all of your attention on that thing, on obsessively wanting to fix that thing or change that part of yourself. I've been there. I did that with my skin when I was about 21. I remember I read an article, and I was already at a low self-esteem point in my life, and I read this article that just kind of set me off, and it was going on and on about how as you get older your skin is going to wither away and just be awful, and your beauty is going to decline by this percentage, and all of this completely made up stuff, these statistics to make women and girls primarily feel bad about themselves so that they go out and buy eye creams and all sorts of serums and all of this stuff. And I remember that I would get obsessive. I would buy magnifying mirrors to try to notice every single thing on my face and my skin, and it was terrible. And so when I say obsessing over this, I mean choosing to hone in on one thing that you perceive to be wrong with you or a flaw, and not acknowledging the other 99.9 things that you actually really like about yourself. Because what happens is it's this false sense of false weight on this one thing that really, the fact that you're putting all of your attention on it is what's making it such a priority in your life. It is what's making it seem so awful. And it can really just plummet your self-confidence, as it did for me. And I don't want anyone else out there to ever go through that. So that's part of the reason I'm sharing this with you. And this can also be for emotional aspects of yourself, or personality traits. Maybe you truly believe that you are dumb, that you're not a good learner, that you are never going to get good grades, you're never going to get a good job, you're never going to get a promotion in life, you're not ever going to succeed because you're just not smart enough. And no matter how much you try, you're never going to be smart enough. Maybe you heard that message early on in life and you've just been clinging to it, and there's all of these other amazing things about you, but all you focus on is this flaw, this personality or character flaw that you perceive to be true about yourself. So something that I recommend for this to kind of counteract that feeling, that thing that may be draining your self-confidence, is not to focus on fixing that flaw. I believe that kind of takes you down the rabbit hole, because it's just focusing more on it. At that time when I was experiencing major insecurity over my skin, I thought, I know I can fix it by learning everything I can about how to have perfect skin, and I can Google this and Google that, and I'll buy all these products, I'll do this, I'll do that. And all it did was just make me feel worse and make me hypersensitive about that issue, and it was all I was thinking about at the time. And what you can do instead is actually do whatever it takes to focus on other positive aspects of your personality, of yourself, of what's going on in your life. Put all of your attention, and I know it can be very challenging when you're feeling down and you're not feeling confident to even find something that you like about yourself. But I am asking you to try to find one thing that you do like about yourself. And I'm sure if you think about it, there's something that you can confidently say, oh yeah, I have always been really good at this, or I have always naturally had this. Find that one thing and dwell on it. Just pretend it's an ocean and just dive into that one topic. Maybe it's something that you're good at. Maybe you're amazing at guitar. Put so much effort into getting better at guitar. Practice that guitar every day. If playing guitar makes you feel good and you're natural at it and it brings out your creative energy, those creative juices, and you just feel confident about yourself after you finish playing guitar, then keep it up. Stick with it. Because I say this a lot, but your mind can't focus on two things at once. So the more time that you spend with your mind on something else other than that perceived flaw, then that thing will slowly diminish over time. And I can tell you, because I've been there, like now I look back and I'm thinking, what was I thinking? Why was that such an issue for me? Like it didn't even make sense. Like now that I look at it on paper, I've journaled about it and I just think, what is that? Like, why was that an issue? Why was I ever insecure about that? And it would, to me, I'm like, it wasn't even true, but I believed it because I perceived that to be a flaw of mine. And so what I'm saying is that if there's something right now that is draining your energy and you're focused on it so much and you're just like, it's making you feel depressed and just not good about yourself, then do what it takes to distract yourself away from that thing. Do whatever it takes to focus on something else. And before you know it, your confidence will be built up higher and higher and higher. And you'll also have all of this other stuff that you've been building in your life, like learning guitar, go learn a new language, go hang out with uplifting people. And all of this, before you know it, you will have built yourself a brand new you, a brand new life that doesn't even include that insignificant perceived flaw that you once felt so strongly was true. All right, I'm going to refer to my handy whiteboard because I wrote all my notes on it. The next thing is that can destroy your self-confidence is choosing to maintain relationships with people who belittle you, gossip about you, and people whose presence make you feel less than. And I'm sure you can identify this just by how you feel. Ask yourself honestly, when you're with a group of people, afterward, ask yourself, check in with your inner self. I do this often when I get home from being in different groups or with a different person. I have a friend, Ashley. Whenever I'm with her, afterward, it doesn't matter if we use so much energy, if we were out all day talking, whatever. As soon as I come home and I'm by myself after, my energy is always up because her energy is so loving, is so positive, is so encouraging. She wants the best for me. She's always proud of me and it feels so good. And so that is the type of person that I want even more of in my life. And so being able to identify that is really, really important. So ask yourself, when you're chatting with all of your coworkers afterward, do you feel like, I kind of get the feeling that they're gossiping about me. I kind of feel like, based on those comments that they were judging me and that they think little of me or that they don't want me to succeed. They don't want me to get that promotion. Trust that inner voice, and you have the power to choose who you spend time with. Don't take this power lightly. It's a big power. I talk about this so much on my channel for a reason, about who you surround yourself with is who you become. So, I honestly believe that if you're in a situation right now where you're surrounded by negativity and people who are not wanting the best for you, if I could just pluck you out of that surroundings and put you into a group of people who say your name is Laura, who are like, Laura, you're amazing. Laura, come hang out with us. Laura, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Laura, good luck on that job interview. You're amazing. I know you're going to do it. If I put you in a group like that of people who talked about their goals with each other, uplifting, another name for this is often called a mastermind group. I'll talk about that more in upcoming videos. But if I put you into that kind of an environment, I give it a week and your confidence will be 10 times what it is right now. People often underestimate how the people that they surround themselves with really do impact how they feel about themselves. You might think that, no, I'm a confident person. I can detach that. I can separate myself from how they are with each other to how I feel about myself. But we are emotional beings. And when you surround yourself with other people, their energy rubs off on you and can really impact how you feel about yourself. So the next one I want to share with you, the next thing that can destroy your self-confidence is not trusting your intuition. Okay, I learned this from Brian Tracy a long time ago. And he teaches that one way to build up your confidence is by doing the right thing enough. When you do what you know is right, it builds up your confidence. When you don't trust your intuition, it lowers your confidence. So when you have an inner voice that says, you know what, go for that job interview, go for it. Or pick up the phone, call that person, ask that person out on a date. And you stop yourself and you say, no, I'm not gonna do it. No, I don't think I should. No, and you keep talking yourself out of it. That lowers how you feel about yourself. That lowers your confidence. It's like this inner voice that is being an inner naysayer and saying like, no, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. So being able to really take action when you feel that intuition, that inner knowing, that inner voice within you saying, do it, go for it. Because that opportunity might just come once in that specific way in your life. So the more you can just trust and develop that like relationship with your inner self. I speak so often about having yourself, your inner self being almost like a personal cheerleader in your mind. You can have someone who is personally being a critic or personally being a fairy godmother slash cheerleader slash best friend in your mind. And if you constantly are listening to the negative one that's saying, you can't do it, like you're not smart enough, don't do it, don't try, just wait, then eventually it's just going to wear at you and you're going to just believe what it says and you're going to feel low. You're not going to feel like your most positive self. You're not going to feel your most confident. And so what you can slowly do is start and try journaling. Journaling always helps to kind of connect with how you're really feeling on the inside. And the next time you have that gut impulse to take action, do it. Take some sort of action. Pick up the phone. When you think, I haven't talked to that one friend and she is a really nice person and I do feel great when I'm around her, maybe I'll give her a call. Take action immediately when you feel that impulse instead of saying, well, no, I won't. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll wait till next week. Use the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins, which I talk about a lot. And it's just within 5 seconds of having a good idea, take some sort of action. This will build up your confidence because what's going to happen is you're going to start to trust yourself. You're not going to feel like that inner voice within you is all confused and you don't know what to do and you're always feeling indecisive. The more you really build that relationship with the inner you that knows all the answers, that's very wise and that knows what's best for you, the more strong you're going to feel, the more empowered you're going to feel. You're going to trust yourself. And when you have an inner knowing, other people aren't going to be able to talk you out of it because you're going to say, you know what, thanks for your opinion, but I know what's right for me. I'm confident in this. You won't need a million opinions about how to live your own life. You're going to have that inner knowing and say, you know what, I woke up with an idea this morning. I'm going to take action on it. I'm going to go do it. And it's just going to feel so good. All right, the last one is, oh no, I think I've got two more. Okay, the next one is procrastination and perpetual inaction, which kind of ties in with what I said. Just do something. Taking action feels good. The longer you allow yourself to procrastinate, the more that's going to become a habit and it's just going to be your way of life. Like, oh, I've had all these ideas in the past 10 years. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I thought of this business. I thought of this blog. I thought of this trip I wanted to take. If you keep allowing yourself to postpone these things and finding reasons why you shouldn't take action, then that part of you is just going to get stronger and build momentum, and it's going to feel even scarier to actually take some sort of action. So I heard something today when I was listening to an audiobook that said habits start off like cobwebs and end up like chains. So think of that real strong. Think of that when you start to notice a habit developing in your life. Break it while it's a cobweb, not when it's a chain, because it's going to get so much harder to break that habit once it's something that you've been doing for years. So if you notice yourself procrastinating, you notice yourself not taking action, and you should be, and months are going by now, do it. Do something. It will boost your confidence, and you'll start feeling like a person of action, a person who does what they say they're going to do, and it's going to feel really good. All right, the last one on my list is, and this is something that really can diminish your self-confidence, is not speaking up for yourself. I recently made a video on the importance of setting boundaries in relationships, and not setting boundaries and not speaking up for yourself when you really want to, and there's something important that you need to express to somebody, can really make you feel small. Because it's basically letting fear win. It's saying, I don't want to disappoint someone. I don't want to make someone uncomfortable, so I'm not going to tell them how I feel. There's power. Like that inner you, when you speak up for yourself, that person inside feels proud of you, you know? And so if there's something on your mind that's been bothering you for a long time in a relationship, don't be afraid. Like do the what's the worst that could happen scenario in your mind. Maybe you're thinking like, at work, my boss always asks the other people something before they ask me. I'm always last. For some reason, I always get chosen last. Speak up to your boss and say, hey, this is making me feel this way. I want you to know that I'm competent and I want more responsibility at work. Or whatever it may be, there's power in speaking up for yourself. This does not mean being argumentative and, being getting into debates over things. It's just about speaking your truth. And there's a way to do that with compassion for other people, with respect, and just being open and honest. There's so much power in speaking your truth, in speaking your mind, and making what's important to you known to the people around you. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that today you feel the most confident that you felt in a long time. I hope that you use one or more of these strategies to just boost that confidence, because when you're feeling your most confident self, life becomes sweeter. Things feel so much easier and you just feel fantastic. So that's what I want for you, each and every person that's watching this video. I'm sending you so much love and positive energy today. I hope you feel it. I'll see you next time.